It's Mike Harrington. I'm a professional photographer. For me, post-production is a really big part nowadays, and that comes down to what you're trying to shoot and how you're trying to achieve it. And obviously when we used to shoot a film, most of it had to be done in camera, but these days post-production is very important. You really have to assess first of all the best way to achieve the result and which route you take. Or sometimes there's technical reasons why it's much better to composite the image rather than just shoot it all in one go. I'll give you an example of a shoot I did last year. I was doing a whole series of Olympic images and we composited a lot of those. For this particular scenario we needed a guy on a time trial bike shooting around the ring road in London, so we wanted lots of blurry lights and quite a nice nighttime ambient atmosphere. Obviously he's travelling at really high speed, so to actually get a sharp image of him would be quite difficult. So you normally have to do things like increase your ISO to high levels so you've got a very sharp, fast shutter speed. But that wouldn't work well with trying to get movement as well and to do things like reduce the amount of noise. As a result of that, shooting him in the studio was the best option and the location separately. I wanted two contrasting images, and then the ideas I came up with was to really show why it's important to compose an image opposed to shoot it on location, and also combined with the software and the benefits of that. So the first one we did of a model called Lukeman, who's a specialist in parkour, and he does these amazing backflips. Now we found a really nice sort of urban location and we wanted quite a gritty image. We shot that background first. Obviously you can see the graffiti in the image and their nice old building. When you look at the location, first of all, you have a street light which is very orange. It's going to give anything in its way a very strong orange edge. Now it's sort of twilight, so your natural ambient light is going to be cold. It's going to be slightly blue. So your shadow areas opposing the orange light are going to look bluer and colder. So that's exactly what we did when we went to the studio. We put an orange light exactly the same position as a street light, and then all of our shadows we put a slight blue filter on, and then we shot Lukeman in the studio under very fast flashlights. I think they're about 1,500th of a second, and this enabled us to get the perfect frozen image. Before long, with the FXHOME software and working with a layered effect, we were able to see whether it's working or not. A little bit of tweaking, it all comes together. Yes, I'll definitely use FXHOME software again, for sure, and we've got a couple of jobs coming up where we think it's going to be very appropriate.